What's up, y'all? It's Ty in this video. Today, we're going to be talking about the updated market in college football 25 Ultimate Team, where we're at ahead of Sunday's Legends drop in this game. Now, as we do dive into it, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all of the recent support on the channel. You guys have been making this so fun for me, so thank you. Now, here's the updated situation of what we are going to see. Tomorrow, we are going to see new Legends Heisman Moments cards added into the game. And as far as where the market is currently at with these cards, pretty inexpensive. I mean, if you're talking about the non-LTD versions of these cards, they're already pretty cheap. So, I mean, are we going to see like a crazy crash tomorrow? No, not really. The only guy that might go down a little bit from like the big names is Kaysen. I really like Kaysen. Kaysen's a card tomorrow that I definitely would target to pick up. But as far as like the rest of these cards, they are already super cheap as far as the 92, 93 overalls. Now again, as far as these even cheap options, these 90 overalls, they're super cheap. 91 overalls, like they are all at their minimums. They literally, until College Football Ultimate Team changes something, those cards cannot get cheaper. Like Kenneth Walker III cannot get cheaper than 30,000 coins. And so those are the things that I'm looking at right now. That's like the only guy that if I had, I would look at selling with this drop is Kaysen. Everybody else, I would keep. There's not one other card that I would sell today if I were you guys. Now, one thing that's important to note is this. We are not too far away, and I'll make a video specifically talking about this in the future, but we are not too far away from getting Charles Woodson. We're not. Now, again, yes, we've got a little ways to go, right? But I don't think we're too far away. We got this Sunday and then next Sunday. So, I would say this. I think heading into not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, these cards will be a good, it'll be a good opportunity to pick these cards up because all these cards are super cheap. You could really realistically pick up all, 17 of these cards. I don't know what the exact price would be, but I'd guess for under 500,000 coins. Now, I don't think it's worth it for Charles Woodson, but I'm saying these cards right now are super cheap. And I think, I'm not telling you to invest right now, but I think eventually the potential of these cards are there. So, again, they could possibly go up, obviously, because of the lock-in Charles Woodson, who is an absolute stud on this game. So, that's kind of with the Heisman Moments cards specifically. Now, as far as the other cards, let's talk about the big ballers and work our way down to the budget cards. As far as the big ballers, a lot of these cards are still super cheap. Like Danny Stutzman, I still think he's the best middle linebacker in the game. But I'm waiting to pick the card up because I'm like, I don't want them to, decrease the floor and then have his price fall. So he's a guy I'm going to keep an eye on, but I don't think his price is going to go up from there. Isaiah Bond, I mean, again, I think tomorrow we'll see his price dip a little bit. Same thing with Banks Jr. As far as Wisner, people ask me, was it a good time to pick up the card when he was like 240? Well, looking back on it, it looks like it was. That card has went up a little bit in price. Diggs is still 680, no surprise there. Cam Newton, 1 million coins, no surprise there. Kamara, 1 million, no surprise there. On the defensive side of the ball, let's look at these big-time ballers. Told you about Stutzman. I think he's the best middle linebacker in the game. Don't hate him for his price. I don't like Tyler Williams in this game. I don't think he's great. As far as Power Echols, I don't know if his price is going to go up or down. He's such a just weird card in this game. Like, if you compare his stats side by side to Stutzman, it's so weird because his speed is not nearly as good, but his change of direction is way better. And so, again, I don't know even who I like more between the cards. I think I definitely like Stutzman more. He's 6'5", gives you more on the field. So that's why I'm not like telling people to really buy Power Echoes. I don't hate him for 230. I think his price honestly could go up, but it's just tough for me to tell people to buy him knowing or just not really knowing what the future of the middle linebacker position is going to be like. Bryce Thorne has obviously went way up in price. Above 600,000 coins, but unless we see a strong safety in leaks, his price is going to stay super high. Same thing with Bosa, who I definitely like. I don't think we're going to see a left end for a while. It's better than him. Cooper DeJean is insane in price. He is not worth picking up. Now, as far as these 92, 93s, let's talk about the content that we have already seen so far this week. If you're looking at the Rivals set, let's give you guys a quick update on the Rivals cards. Bear Alexander for 53,000 is a must buy. He's the best defensive tackle right now in the entire game. I'm just telling you how it is. That is the truth behind the card. As far as the other cards, I already told you Grayson Howard for 77. I don't mind at all. The other cards I'd look at, again, I don't even know what the prices are. I don't even see any. Aiden Hubbard, I love, but I feel like he's just overpriced slightly right now for being that 92 overall. I like him, but I just think his price is a little too high. I've hyped up Malachi Moore a ton. He's like 200,000 coins, so I don't even know if that is worth it at this stage. But Bear Alexander is definitely a must pick up for his price. Because even if we see another defensive tackle, it's fine. Bear Alexander is still top 2 in the game. As far as the offense side of the ball, Klubnik for 86 isn't bad. Love it is really solid for his price. Connor Pay, waiting on his price. Same thing with Armstrong to eventually, hopefully, go down. But these cards are starting to bounce back a litting bit. They were down bad, starting to bounce back just that slightly. Now, as far as the Rising the Ranks cards, let's take a look at where these cards are at. Devin Neal's price definitely bouncing back in a big time way. And again, a lot of this is bouncing back from Black Friday. Like Devin Neal was basically 85,000 coins on Black Friday. Now he's back up to 130. Not really surprised at all. As far as the defensive side of the ball, I don't like Jalen McLeod whatsoever. I really would not recommend getting D'Angelo Pons. He's not, I just don't love the card. Farrell's, insanely expensive. So here, when I'm looking at here, Christian Gray is okay. I don't love him. There's just not a lot here to look at, honestly. Like, when I'm looking at these cards, it's like, I don't know what to even tell you on the defense side of the ball for those cards. So, I don't know, guys. The market is starting. It seems like it's starting to bounce back a little bit. So, again, I'm not talking about for these cards. These cards are still at their very minimum. These cards are, can't really go up from where they're at. Like a Jarquez Hunter, I don't mind for his price. But just know he can't really go down is what I mean to say. But the market is honestly starting to go up. Like, if you're looking at Devin Neal, you're looking at some of these other guys, even a guy like Paul Pozleski, for me, who I don't know if I'm for sure going to sell him because I actually like this card. But these are the cards that I'm starting to look at that I'm like, okay, should I maybe sell him and pick up a guy like Danny Stutzman? Now, I'm not going to do it yet. I don't think it's worth it for me. But if he sees an increase in price, I could possibly do that. Still going to try to empty out Thornton and just slowly upgrade, could just continue to upgrade my squad is really what my goal is. Now, again, I like my squad, but the market is starting to recover that a little bit. So it could be worth your time to just see where the market's at for any specific cards that might not be in your squad. I think this is actually a duplicate Dylan Stewart that I've got here. But again, even for these type of cards, these guys are basically at their minimum. So I like Dylan Stewart, and he's not playing for me. So I guess I'll try to take the 25,000 coins from him. But again, the market is it's starting to bounce back a little bit. So maybe it's best to just, be patient with it, hold on to things. But the one card I would sell if I were you guys is Kaysen today. Anybody that's not Kaysen, I would hold on to. I don't think anybody else is worth selling. But if you do have Kaysen, it might be worth your time just to see what you can get out of the card. If you can get like 190, I do think his price tomorrow will just go down that little bit. It won't be a ton, but I think it will go down just very, very, very slightly. So that's my recommendation heading into tomorrow's drop. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.